Hi everybody. So today we are doing a 3-hole oil change on our 2020 Roadglide. So I thought I would pull up some information and everybody can obviously comment below, please, and let us know if you've done this yourself. This will be our second or third time doing this ourselves. So we're going to walk everybody through the steps of how we do it. But I wanted to read some of this stuff. Let me get these. So a 3-hole oil change on a Harley Davidson. They say that you should change the oil in your engine, transmission, and primary chain case, generally every 3,000 to 5,000 miles or once a year, whichever comes first. Some riders change all fluids every 5,000 miles. Some do intervals. Depends on the rider, depends on the bike. Why 3-hole? Because it is the engine, transmission, and the primary chain case where the clutch and other components reside. And the 3-hole is replacing the oil on all three of those things. So the other thing is we do this ourselves. We have never had somebody do our oil change for us. You can go to Harley, you can go to AMSOIL Adams at rallies or, different events that he's at. But my husband bought the AMSOIL kit online through AMSOIL, and he paid $130. So that came with all the fluids. It came with the filter and something else. I'll have him just go over all that when we're doing the oil change. So $130, and the labor's on us. I don't know if anybody can put below in the comments if you've had Harley do your oil changes or AMSOIL Adam at rallies or events. How much did you pay for them to do the full job? For the oil, everything for 3-hole, and how much did it cost you? I'm interested to see if it's different from state to state. We're in Massachusetts, where everything seems to cost quite a bit. So we paid the $130. We're doing it ourselves. And I'm just, like I said, I'm interested to see if it's like cheaper down south. If you have it done, is it really worth to do it ourselves? It's just an interesting question. I have looked up online and I've seen everything from dealers charging $345 to $400 to somebody stated they paid $185 at an event to have their all 3 holes oil change. So yeah, please comment below. We're interested in your answers. We want to hear from you, and let's get it on. So here we are, we're getting ready. We're changing the engine oil and the transmission oil, and we're going to go over how to do that now.
Your engine oil is through the front plug here, and the transmission is like just behind it, just behind the oil plug. The sockets are 5/8. You want to inspect your plugs, both your transmission and your oil for any shavings. There's on a magnet right there. This looked really clean on the transmission plug. You will want to change your O-rings every time you do it. It's just cheap insurance for leaks. You want to change that on the all 3 on the primary, transmission, and oil.
When's the last time you changed your oil like this?
I was a little late on this one, but I usually do about 3,500 miles. In the primary, I probably go every other year. or every other oil change, I should say. When you're taking the plugs out, you want to loosen your oil and transmission filler caps. That'll get some air in there and make it flow out a little better.
What are you using?
Three-eighths.
3/8. Okay.
3/8 Allen.
All right, so now we're removing
The oil filter. Just make sure you get your pan underneath. You could place some rags underneath there or even a drain pan.
it's out.
We're just going to replace the O-ring on the oil drain plug with a new one, just using a little pick to pop that off and roll the other one down on there. And that's that.
Just replacing the oil filter. This is the one we got with our Amsoil oil change kit.
Went synthetic on the engine oil, the transmission, and also the primary fluid as well. Put a little bit of oil into the filter. I don't put a lot, about a quarter. And also put some oil on the
rim.
Yeah. All right, they say once it starts hitting the engine, probably a quarter turn or so, they say not to use a wrench, but you can only get it so much with your hand, and so I will use the wrench, but only a quarter turn from that. And that's that.
Okay. What are you filling now?
Engine oil.
That's the transmission oil.
Yep. What does it say? 0.88 to 1 quart. So what I'm going to do is put in
So just point to the things here.
transmission hole
Yeah.
and engine oil.
All right. So we're starting the bike right now. We're gonna run the oil through the engine. That way we can then shut it off and check the oil levels. Make sure they're where they need to be. We're going to check the levels.
Check the transmission level first. Clean it. Screw it back in all the way. Unscrew it again.
So that was a bit low, so we're going to add the rest to the transmission fluid.
To a one full quart.
1 full quart.
Full.
All right, where's full?
The full line.
Number 4.
Jiffy stand, the full mark is here. You'll see right here. And the other side is for if the bike was upright in an upright position. I got it on a Jiffy stand and it's reading full right there. So we're all set with that. But the thing is, it should be fine. I use AMSOIL for everything, for the primary, the transmission, and the engine oil, all synthetic. Last time it took exactly a quart, so that's what I'm going to put in there now. I don't know the torque spec, but it's tight.
So that was a quart of primary fluid that we put in here just a moment ago. Four quarts of the engine oil.
Yeah, and about 6 ounces or so.
And what about the transmission fluid? How much did you put?
One full quart.
1 quart.
Maybe a tad less. And the primary was 1 full quart as well.
Alright.
That's it. Everything reads full.
It's as easy as that.